Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a full glam Christmas inspired look using all Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows. So yeah, let's get started. I'm first priming my skin with the M.A.C strobe cream. I don't know which color this is. I believe they have 2 or 3 different ones. I just got this one at the Ulta checkout and it's a little like travel size. And I am actually applying that with a M.A.C 141S brush. I really like this brush. It gets all products into the skin really nicely. And now I am doing some pore minimizing using the Bye Bye Pores primer from IT Cosmetics in Smashbox photo finish foundation primer in light, which is great for my oily skin and my large pores because we know I need it. Now I am using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the shade 107 Fresh Beige. I have not used this foundation in such a long time, and I finally started to use it after I recorded this video, and I do not know why I stopped using it because it is so good and it's really inexpensive. I'm just blending that in with a beauty blender, but you can use whatever you have on hand. Now I'm going to conceal my under eyes and kind of do some highlighting as well. And I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in medium to ginger. I really like this concealer. Surprisingly, it offers great amount of coverage. And like I always say, it's not my Tarte Shape Tape, but honey, it gets the job done. I'm going to contour my face using the Smashbox Studio Skin Shaping Foundation in the shade 3.0. I'm just using the contouring side. I'm going to contour the sides of my face and my forehead and try to make myself look a little slimmer, you know? Now I'm going in with a duo fiber brush by Morphe, and this is the M436. It's a small duo fiber brush. I really like using this for cream contouring especially. I don't really use it for anything else, maybe for foundation application, which gives the skin a nice effect, but I mainly use it for cream contouring. And now I'm just blending out the rest of my concealer with that beauty blender that I blended out the foundation with. I'm just going back and forth between both eyes and just blending that out. I'm also applying that on the eyelids as well because I do have really dark, veiny eyelids. So any concealing up there to make the eyeshadow pop, I will do. I'm also blending out the highlight on the center of my nose and the center of my forehead. Now, instead of setting my face with my Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder, I'm just setting my face with the Kat Von D Shade and Light Face Palette. I'm taking the kind of peachy shade and placing that underneath both of my eyes with a beauty blender. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm taking the Makeup Forever Pro Finish Foundation Powder in the shade 168. And I'm using this to not only give my skin a little bit more coverage, but I'm also using this to obviously set my face. I think I just said that, didn't I? I'm a mess. Now I'm contouring my face using my Benefit Hoola bronzer. I'm applying that where I applied that Smashbox Studio Skin Shaping Foundation on the top of my forehead and my cheekbone area. Now I'm applying the M.A.C Extra Dimension blush in Hush Toned. You guys know my love for this. Now moving on to highlight, I'm using 2 different highlights. The first one is the Laura Gallar Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Gilded Honey, which is an all-time fave of mine. And then I'm using a new recent fave, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Illuminator in So Hollywood. Lately I've been mixing these two because one can sometimes pull a little bit dark and then one is really light, if that makes sense. To prep my eyelids for shadow, I'm using the Tarte Lid Lock Eye Base in the shade Buff. This is really comparable to the M.A.C Painterly Paint Pot. Now, to set that eyelid base, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette, and I'm taking the shade Unity from that palette, and I'm just placing that all over my eyelid and going up to the brow bone as well, just to prevent any extra creasing that may occur and to make sure that everything blends well. The next two shades that I'm going to blend into the crease with a fluffy blending brush is going to be Burnt Orange and Raw Sienna. The reason why I decided to choose these two is because they both have the perfect amount of warmth, and I feel like they're perfect for any crease color no matter what look you're doing. So that's why I always gravitate towards these two eyeshadows. But I'm just going to go back and forth between both eyes in and above my crease, and I'm just going to build and build and build until I get it to the depth and darkness that I want it to, because the next shade we are going to go into is literally the opposite of these two warm shades, which is Love Letter from the Modern Renaissance palette. I really love the shade. If I could, I would wear the shade every day because I think it's so pretty, although it may not be appropriate for every day, you know what I mean? But I'm just going in with Love Letter, and I'm just putting that literally right on top of Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange, and I'm just gonna build and build and build because you can't have enough Love Letter in your life. But as you can see, I just kept going back and forth and just putting that in and above my crease, and also in the inner corner as well. I really like blowing out my looks, and this is the perfect example of that. The next shade that I'm going to be putting onto my eyes is the shade Violet. This is a beautiful purple shade, as the name implies, and I'm going to start doing a halo eye. I'm first starting off on the outer corner, and I'm just going to build that to the depth that I want it, and then I'm going to start to lightly blend that into the crease, really lightly. And then I'm also going to start putting that on the inner corner. I didn't have this kind of halo eye in mind, but once I started to apply Violet, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I am just going to do a halo eye. So I think this is really different for Christmas or the holidays in general, but I think it came together really nicely. Now I'm using a blending brush, and I'm just going to go back and forth between both eyes because, as you can see, there are some harsh lines in this look right now. After blending it out, I'm taking another eyeshadow by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it is Pink Champagne. Literally my favorite kind of shimmery pink eyeshadow. It's so stunning, and I'm just putting this into the center of the eye where I didn't have eyeshadow. I'm taking another blending brush, and I'm just gonna go back and forth and check that out and see if everything's blended, looking right, you know, get it right, get it tight. For the lower lash line, we're going to go back into the Prism palette, and we're going to use the shade Throne. I decided to smudge this along the lower lash line because in the pan it looked like forest green with some shimmer, but it didn't kind of pull that way when I first had it on, but then I just kind of started to build and build and build, and then it got to like that green color I wanted. And then lastly, for some glitter, I'm going to go in with the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow in the shade Gold Goddess. I wanted to either do gold or silver because I wanted this to be really festive, so I opted for gold instead. But if you end up wanting to do this look for the holidays, silver would look well and you'd still be popping, girl. Now to prep my eyelashes for falsies, I'm taking the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara, and I'm applying a generous layer of this to prep them for falsies. The falsies that I decided to wear today are actually a new pair for me. They're the Ardell Faux Mink Lashes in 810. These are so pretty. I went back to Ulta and I bought like 5 more because this is such a bomb eyelash, and I think I'm gonna wear this on the holidays because, you guys, this is probably my new favorite lash for like glam, you know what I mean? Like they kind of have like a little wisp to them, but they're kind of thick as well. I don't know how to explain it, but they're freaking pretty. To finish up this look, I'm gonna line my lips with the Perfect Pair Gradient Lip Duo by Absolute New York. I'm just taking the lip pencil side, and then the liquid lipstick that I decided to wear today is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is in the shade American Doll. It's one of their liquid lipsticks, and it's literally the perfect red for the holidays. But that is it for this tutorial. If you guys enjoyed it and cannot get enough of me, then please do not forget to hit the thumbs up button down below, as well as subscribe. I will see you guys in my next one, and happy holidays.
Let it snow.